All right, guys. As you can see, it looks like Jason might need some help. We're not totally sure what's going to happen there. I'll definitely keep you guys posted, keep you informed. And a lot of people ask about Gary. Gary didn't want to be on film anymore. He ended up, at the end of his motel stay, I gave him his bike and his helmet, and he rode out of El Cajon because he was sick of people approaching him and asking him, "Hey, are you Gary? Are you Gary?"
Yeah.
So if we see him again, we'll let you know that. But other than that, he's somewhere.
Yeah.
Hey guys, Mama Promise here. Just a quick update on Gary from Pete's Promise. So, Pete finally admitted the truth and spilled the beans on what happened to Gary. In his latest video, he addressed why he isn't on camera anymore. So let me start from the beginning and give you guys a quick rundown of what actually happened here. So initially, Gary was a regular homeless person living on the street, trying to get by day, and just make ends meet so he can survive. He didn't panhandle, he didn't bother other people, he would just mind his own business and try to make the best of his terrible situation. All of a sudden, Pete comes along, finds Gary on the street, and views him as a potential mascot for his channel. A lonely soul him and his wife can help fix or save. Remember, guys? Pete thinks of himself as an actual, real-life angel, sent down from heaven by God to come help these folks. He pushed, and Gary finally gave in and allowed Pete to make videos of him to post on YouTube. These videos started to gain traction quickly. Well, who doesn't like to watch a cringy old man stick a camera in a homeless person's face and make lame jokes for 5 minutes, talk over them, then throw a bag of cheap dollar store food and ride away in his $40,000 truck while chuckling like a menace? Regardless, Gary couldn't handle the pressure. After a while, people started approaching him on the street asking about the videos, and that was too much for Gary. He prefers his privacy and a life of simplicity and solitude. However, Pete had other plans. He just kept pushing until Gary finally broke. He broke him down from a man into a withering carcass of what he formerly once was. Pete kept on making the videos and releasing them, without Gary's blessing, for a few weeks. Eventually, this led to a big issue with copyright and ownership, due to Pete profiting off of Gary's videos without his expressed consent. The videos were removed by YouTube. At this point, Pete began harassing Gary, calling his motel room in the middle of the night, sending him death threats, and jiggling his doorknob in the middle of the night to scare him into thinking someone is breaking in. Finally, Gary had just had enough. He got on his bike, strapped on his helmet, and rode off to the next town. That's right, guys. Pete ran Gary out of town, and he actually seems rather proud. No tears, no apology, no fanfare, just a simple, "Yup, I did it, that was me." He doesn't even seem one bit remorseful that he, and he alone, is the cause of an absurd amount of strife and anguish in this poor man's life. If he would have just left Gary alone from the beginning, none of this would have happened, and he would still be just chilling and vibing on the streets of El Cajon, doing his thing as he had been for years and years prior. My point is, guys, Pete is out here claiming to help people, but in reality he's just making their lives even worse. He is scaring people and running them off, putting them on display for a quick laugh, then hands them a box of sugar-filled Capri Sun and a $5 overpriced water bottle, some tuna packets from the county jail and a single napkin, then pats himself on the back and tells them he loves them. Pete is 100%, undoubtedly doing this for his own personal satisfaction and to make money on YouTube views. Every time he has a conversation with a homeless person, he just talks over them and gives this really weird, awkward, fake laugh. Either way, I just wanted to make a point of that. Pete used Gary as a pawn to help his channel grow. Then when he had made enough money off him, he ran the poor man out of town on a rusty bicycle. Pretty shameful behavior if you ask me.